All right, Ron, it is telling us we are live. So I guess we're live.
That's what it says.
12 seconds, 13, 14. No viewers. Unless my eyesight is seeing that goose egg wrong. But we're live anyway.
We are. Don's here. Don's with us.
Well, now we got two. Okay. Maybe it just took a while with this Streambird.
Don's with us.
Hey, Don. Well, now we got two. Okay. Maybe it just took a while with this Streambird. Hey.
That was you.
I know. Well, I went back over to the YouTube side and made sure it was muted, and it wasn't.
Southern Comic Geek is here.
Good. Well, I'll say good evening, Southern Comic Geek. Welcome, welcome. And I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. Had somebody order a Bane when I first announced it, so I was waiting behind the curtain here, so to speak. I drew it out quite quickly to just get into it.
Well, AG's in here. He says hello.
Hello, AG. Don't know if you got your artwork today, but I know that Kirk got his Sergeant Rock. They were all sent out. I think it was. I wanted to say Tuesday, but I think it was Wednesday. So yours might take another day. Only for the fact that you're a little further out. Kirk is only in Georgia, so. So if you didn't get it today, look for it tomorrow, perhaps. Perhaps your mailman will be nice and bring you the clown.
Yeah, he did not get it. He's hoping tomorrow.
Actually, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to get to Georgia. That's, that seems kind of long too. You would think it would have only taken a day. But what you going to do? I am using this is a different, now where did my wrapper go? Because I wanted to show it. Here it is. This has real ink in it, permanent ink, and it's this one. And this I got from Jet Pens, but they sell the exact same thing at Hobby Lobby and Michael's in this format. Same exact Japanese pen. The red ring, basically there's this gray part is an ink cartridge. And when you take this red ring, when you unscrew this and take this out, then it'll pop it in and allow the ink to flow. So that's what I'm working with, or that's what I'm attempting to work with tonight. We'll see if it wants to agree with me.
Well, GLHG's in here, and he says hello to everyone.
Hello, GHLG. How you doing? Welcome. Good to have you as usual. and hope we can entertain you for a while.
Hopefully. Davis Comic Finds is here. He says, "Hey, John."
Hey, how are you doing, Davis? I want to thank all the subscribers that did put me over 400. And I'll be doing that Captain America sketch cover sometime next week is my plan. If everything goes accordingly. I'm not sure of the date yet, but I will announce when I'm actually going to do it. So if you want to watch it being created, that's fine. If you just want to enter the contest, wait till it's done, and then I'll have some rules for engagement on that. Haven't figured out what the question or what the contest is going to entail, but it can't be the same question as last time.
Now, Gorilla Todd Comics is here. He says, "Hey, John." He's glad he found your channel. He met you when you were at Topito out in Las Vegas.
Oh, hey, Gorilla, how you doing? Yeah, that was a nice trip, and as far as I know, we are doing a signing at the OC store for Torpedo April 25th, I believe. So I don't know if you're one to make that trip to OC, or if you're kind of more based in Los Angeles. But thanks for finding the channel, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Aaron Bird's here, finally catching a live stream again.
Hey, Aaron. I see Mr. Lloyd is in the room.
Gorilla Todd said definitely. He's a local in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
GLHG wants to know, what's the best venue you've attended, John? Or your favorite venue that you've attended?
Well, it's hard to beat the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. As far as the venue, that's this really nice casino that has shopping, eating, nice convention halls, beautiful rooms. The only time you leave is when you're going back to the airport. So yeah, just for venue alone, it would have to be that. I was actually sorry to hear that Emerald City had to cancel their whole show due to the coronavirus thing today. Not that I was going there, but it just it's a bad thing. But Ron, you would say it's a smart thing right now, right?
Yeah, smart decision. Don says he's back. He got lost in YouTube watching a Black Sabbath mockumentary.
That can happen. We've all been down that rabbit hole before, I believe. As YouTube people that we watch something and then they recommend something for us and we go to that. They recommend something else, and it can be a journey. I know I've spent probably my fair share of time on YouTube where I should have been doing other things, and not on purpose. It's just, oh, this looks interesting, and you watch 5 minutes of it, the suggestion box comes up and something else is there, and they're tricky that way. They got some good algorithms. Now, if anybody is interested in a head sketch tonight, it's by request. So it is open. It's $30 USA, first class shipping. I do them faster than my normal price, or I try to do them faster. They're looser, but they're more economical. So if you're interested, just let Ron know in the chat while I work on this, and then we'll see what we can do to make it happen.
Rod lines in. He says hello.
Hey, Rod. Welcome. As always, pleasure to have you.
And GLHG, he is safe from going down rabbit holes because Selma Hayek doesn't do videos on YouTube.
Not that he knows.
Not that he knows.
I'm sure she's in a few that if he just put her name in there, he would come up with some. Don't you think, Ron?
Oh, I think you can find some videos.
That's what I'm talking about.
Necessarily videos she's posting.
No. No, I don't think she has any need to post anything on YouTube. Although, if she did, I'm sure she would get a lot of subscribers and a lot of, I was going to say lookers, but that sounds creepy. Watchers even sounds creepy. Viewers, there, that doesn't sound bad. I had to figure out the right word.
Don R is here, says hello.
Hey, Don, how you been? Good to see you around.
So formerly, Rod wants to know, is that Bristol you were using?
This is actually Strathmore mixed media. So basically that's why I don't mind using watercolor and washing stuff on it. It's a vellum surface, so it does have a tooth. And it says here, I'll read the fine print. Acid-free, heavyweight for finished artwork, wet and dry media. So 400 series, which is they only have a 500 series, but I don't think they make a mixed media in the 500 series. But I think the purpose of it is specifically for, like these drawings I do when I do ink wash on them, or watercolor, or colored pencil. It's a little different surface than a regular Bristol. Even though the vellum Bristol has a little tooth, this is a little different.
Well, Peter Porker's here. He says hello to everyone. Ken Carson's here. He says hi as well.
Hello, Peter. Hello, Ken. Welcome. Glad you guys could drop in and say hello. Hope you can stay a while. And if you can't, hey, I understand it's a Friday night, but I guess we're older dogs than we used to be. When I was young, Friday night was usually date night or going out night, or ink and comic pages night. So I went full circle now. I'm inking again on Friday nights. Nothing wrong with that, though. In fact, since this Bane has such a little color in the eyes, once this is good and dry, I might put a little splash of red in there. That might be kind of nice.
Well, Don wants you to know they're all here with you.
All right. Good to know. I'll tell you what, I know Don Mastodon knows him. The Super Power Reviews Kevin hit his went over 1,000 subscribers. I think it was just this week or last week. He had a little celebration. I didn't get to see the whole thing. In fact, I think it was kind of out of my time range where I could catch it, but congratulations to him for reaching 1,000 plus.
So formerly Rod wants to know, what is the going out you speak of? And so they have it on the interwebs.
Going out with a lady, dinner and a movie.
Nasser Rabadi's here. He says, awesome drawing.
Hello, Nasser. Thank you.
So I'm sure everyone knows, but what are you drawing this evening?
Bane. I guess he was a wrestler. I don't really know the origin, but I think was that his start run wrestling, Bane.
I don't know.
You don't know either.
I don't know either.
Well, he looks like a luchador or something with his mask.
He does. Formerly, Rod says, taking a girl out to dinner and a movie these days, you need to take out alone.
Yeah, and you have to get a permission slip from I don't know, probably your local police department, so they won't come arrest you later. You have to check in with them, maybe. Make sure that it's okay.
Don R., he's got himself a sweet read. He says, I just got the Kelly Jones Gallery Edition Batman book. Tons of high-resolution scans of the original pages.
Beauty.
See some of the fantastic inking.
That's a really well done book. And from what I have heard, Graffiti actually scans their pages and prints them at a higher DPI than the IDW books. So I don't know. They both look beautiful to me, but that's what I've been told. Some people say they can see a difference. They must have some really good eyes. But I'll tell you what I liked about that book is the like little tissue paper or whatever it is, acetate overlays on some of the logos and some of the effects on some of the covers that they did. I thought that was really well done. So you can see through and see the art.
Well, GLHG says, wasn't there a story on how he got the mask? Because he does know it's a luchador mask. So hopefully he's Googling it for us.
Yes, that would be great.
And now poor Mike says, hello, John and everyone.
Good evening, poor Mike. Welcome. Glad you could make time in your Friday to stop in and say hello.
Peter Porker says, besides Bane, what are you planning on drawing tonight?
Well, this is a, supposed to be, people are usually ordering, but now I just did this 2 weeks ago, so maybe I won't get any. But that won't stop me from doing a couple more. I have a Captain America over here ready to ink. Oops.
So he has on the
Okay,
list of things to do tonight a Batman, possibly.
Well, I was thinking that.
Possibly a Punisher, but he does have a Captain America ready to ink.
I just got a PayPal from somebody. So if that person is in the room and can hear my voice, because I can't look at it right now, could you maybe let Ron know?
I'm looking to see if anyone emailed me. No. Nasser Rabadi, John, my third ever comic launches on the 13th. Can I come on your channel sometime to promote? So that's something that we can talk about off stream, you and him, and I'll give you his email so you could email him. Gorilla Todd Comics, he would be interested in a 6x8 for 30. So Gorilla, let me add in another email. Send your request there. I'll get it added to his list. And it was Marion who just sent the $30 for a sketch.
Okay.
Oh, not Marion. I'm sorry. Mario.
Oh, Mario. Okay. And do we have a character?
Nope. JD Comics says hello.
Hey, JD. Welcome. Got some people coming in now. All right.
Mario. All right. So I don't know if he's going to get a hand in there. He's just doing headshots, but the black suit spider with spider sense going off is doable. Mario, can you email me your information? Also, Gorilla Todd, if you want to shoot me an email, just your name, what commission piece you want, and your address. ALD Collects, yes, we are still taking requests. Just email me at ron@johnbeattyart.com. Send me your name, the piece you want, so we can get you added to the list.
And an alternate.
And an alternate. Don't pick Galactus twice.
If you have an alternate. If you don't, we'll see what we can do. You know, it's one of those things where sometimes you don't want to do the same character all night long.
All night long.
All night. All right, so I think this Bane is good. Excuse me. In fact, I'm going to mute my mic so I can get rid of that little hack. All right, hopefully that's taken care of.
All right, Gorilla, I'm looking for it now. And Nasser, John will get back with you probably tomorrow sometime.
I guess that little smudge will have to stay. Was it me? Yeah, it was my palm. Oh, well. Maybe we'll white it out later. It's not that big a deal. This little right there. Okay, so Black Spider-Man was next, Ron, or? What's the order?
All right. So we do have Black Spidey with a Spidey sense tingling. That's going to be from Mario, who she, whomever, I'm sorry, sent the PayPal. They said, I can't confirm that, but I haven't received their email to put down their information
Yeah, let me check.
In our spreadsheet. But I do have Gorilla I'm talking with now. He is looking at one, possibly two, both characters you were going to do tonight. So
must be Batman and Cap.
Batman and Punisher.
Batman and Punisher.
And so I just sent an email back to confirm. ALD also sent an email.
Yeah, please email Ron because he's keeping a spreadsheet on.
Oh. All right, John. So ALD, he did pull one of your vices, but we did talk before the stream. How are you feeling about an Iron Man any era? Alternate is going to be a Spawn or Spider-Man, your choice.
While
you think, Ray Dogs here says hello.
Hey, Billy Ray, what's up?
No, formally, Rod. It's not that kind of a cough. And he's isolated in the studio anyway.
That's right. I've been quarantined.
Self-quarantined.
I think I'll just do this and kind of put his traps out. There we go. What's up, homeboy studs? Well, you know, Friday night, Billy. No longer date night. Too old for that. And married with a kid, so. Okay, so I did get the payment for wow, 26 people watching. Hey, I'm gonna applaud that, and I'm gonna say thank you all. And if you're listening and you want to give this a like, I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I didn't know what to expect on Friday night at 6 starting, but all right.
Now, Don has a question, and he's going to probably have to clarify it a bit. Have you ever drawn other creators?
You mean like people?
I don't know. I'm not sure if he means characters, but he wrote creators. Creatures.
So I can go ahead with the black suit Spider-Man.
I hold off on that. I'm trying to get Mario to confirm something with me.
About the hand?
Yeah.
Usually I don't, but let me see if I can do it real quick. That's usually, especially on a $30 head sketch, that would be one of my, I could include it on another one, but I'm going to try because okay. And Todd just sent in for 2. So
So yeah, he's getting a Batman Punisher for his bust shot. He just wants a little tip of the bat, little tip of the skull, which you normally do anyway. So.
And are they emailing you, Ron?
I am. I have one from Adam. I just want to know your choice on that Iron Man, or do you want to go Spawn Spider-Man?
Trying
to get this.
Just leave it blank for right now.
Okay.
But is that Adam? Which Adam? I don't.
ALD.
Oh, okay. That's because I just sent one to Adam. Was it Volp or something from last time? I didn't know if it was
Different Adam.
okay. And new subscriber. Thank you to Neighbor in Neighbor in Black. Thank you for the subscription. Let's see. Can I? This would be kind of a little bit of a fist, if anything. So it might work out. It might not. Let me see. I might have to change something a little bit here. But now, don't everyone start asking for hands and guns and that type of stuff.
Well, Ray Dog's doing the babysitting the grandkid thing right now, which could be fun.
It could be. But
Lloyd's here. He'll be back. He's got to take a call.
All right, Lloyd.
Mario's thanking you ever so much for trying to get that fist in.
Well, we're going to...
And Adam, no, he was including shipping. Bargain tonight.
Shipping for what? I'm lost.
Your $30 was inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's unless you want to go with priority, these are just getting shipped out first class.
Mm-hmm. GLHG says he couldn't find anything on Bane's mask other than he was tortured in prison, and after the venom experiments, he escapes and starts wearing one.
The venom.
Neighbor in Black is here. He says, "You bet. I was watching off a link from Twitter and realized you were streaming from YouTube."
Yes, thank you, neighbor. Appreciate the sub. That's getting us closer to 500, which will be another giveaway. Got to get the 400 giveaway going, which will be
next week, right?
I'm going to try to get that Captain America sketch cover. I sent Mike Cross out his Secret Wars win to Canada with the rest of the art that I sent out on what did I say? Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Now these, because you're shipping them first class, is that going to Canada also?
No, this is USA only. The only reason that first one, the Bane, is because what was his name?
Yeah, no, he has like 4 or 5 other
Yeah,
pieces.
he's got like 4 or 5 other pieces that he's commissioned me to do. So
and I would be shipping.
Right. So I'm just going to throw that in. All right. So I got a fist here, got a head coming in this way, put a little bit of a neck. Some shoulder traps, or just some traps. I guess they're not shoulder traps, right? There's Chris Boyer. Well, thank you, Chris. Okay. Adam just sent.
All right.
Please, everybody is on it. And when you send to Ron, make sure you send the same information if you can. Just cut and paste it. And
Now,
it had some spidey sense going off, right?
yeah.
All right.
So listen.
Okay.
Todd is just being too darn easy. He's making it hard. Now he said if you were already planning on doing a cap, he's okay with that. So now he's got 3 options you were planning on doing. So Todd.
Well, here's the cap. It's a nice profile I had sketched out. So
Let's see if you like this.
I don't know if you can. Billy says he hasn't had any luck with the bus. You mean brushes, Billy? Instead of instead of buses? Well, this one I'm using is just a synthetic brush I got from Jet Pens, but I'll tell you, man, I'm just sticking with the Raphael 8404 orange butt. This is a number 3 or a number 2. I've had great luck with them. I quit using the Winsor Newtons. There. Yeah, Ron put it in the chat. Number 2 or number 3. I just buy them because I don't have anywhere around here to get them locally. I just get them from Dick Blick. And when I buy them, I usually buy 3 or 4 at a time. And if they do come damaged, let them know. I had 4 brushes. This has been a few years ago. And only one of them had the cap from Blick. The other 3 came and they were all frayed. And I called customer support. I took a picture and I was telling the lady, I got a picture. I could email it to you if you give me an email address. And she did. And she's like, I don't know why those even got out without the caps. And I said, I don't know either. And I said, one is fine. One of them is fine. I said, these other 3 are shot. I said, I can, if you send me an RMA, I said, I'll be glad to return them. And she's like, no, you just keep them. We can't do anything with them. I mean, I could still fill in blacks and, do some effects with them. But as far as fine line inking, they were useless. And so they sent me 3 more, like right away. I think they even expedited the postage. Okay, so what I want to find out first is, Ron, are you caught up with everything?
I'm just filling in the spreadsheet now.
Okay, well, I just want to, when you get to where I know this black Spidey suit is okay. So let me know when you're, everything.
Well, I was waiting on Todd to see if he wanted that cap you showed.
Oh, okay.
Let's stick with Batman and Punisher.
Is that what you're saying, or is that what?
That's what Todd says.
Okay.
And Mario is asking, are these live streams saved to watch later?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yep. You can go back and watch a lot of them.
There are a lot.
Billy, I hope that helped you out on your brush question. Because other than that, I don't know. And I'm just using either Pelican Drawing Ink A. I would recommend Holbein, but they've got an acrylic ink now that is not like the older Holbein, or the Sumi. This ink. I haven't cracked this one open yet. I've had it for about a year. It's a little bit thicker and tacky than, but sometimes I like that for a slower line. Gives me a little dry brush effect if I want it. I'll tell you, this synthetic brush has a nice point. I know it's hard to see. This I got from Jet Pens, and you can also find them at, this one I got at Hobby Lobby. It's the same thing. It's a medium. You look for the medium, and this gray thing is actually a cartridge of ink that you pop into it. But you don't have to do that. You can dip it in ink and just use it. I saw Brian Stelfreeze use these a lot, and watched him do some masterful stuff with him.
That's because that guy's just a master.
True that.
Yeah, so Todd says he's sorry for being so easy that he made it difficult. He picked all great choices. Macedon says he'll have to go back to find the first video. I'd okay that a lot with community members.
The first one is actually, it says like, I think a year ago or something. And I think I was just filling in blacks on a Snake Eyes I'd inked over Mike Zeck. And AG came in and helped me with the sound. He said he could hear me, that it looked okay. I was asking him all the technical stuff. AG is my first person to find me in a room and the first subscriber, I do believe.
Now, just so I can finish on Adams, did you decide if you were going with Spidey, Spawn, or Iron Man?
Oh, I want to say Iron Man just because, but
Do a Kirby.
What, the Iron Man?
Yeah.
Well, I would do the traditional. I'm not going to do that V-nose Iron Man. I would just do the flat face. I wouldn't do the original Iron Man in the like underwater suit. Although I thought that was pretty cool. I will let Adam. I really, out of the three, it would be between. It was three, right?
It was three.
I would prefer either Spider-Man or Iron Man. So if he wants to toss a coin.
Iron Man was his first choice anyway, so he
All
would
right.
love that. And that is a bit of a treat because you don't do Iron Man's very often or willingly.
It's true.
So he caught you in a good mood today.
I only like Zablo, and Zablo is probably the one that got me to hate doing Iron Man. We were at this it was a Don Perlin up in Jacksonville, and it was this charity thing. And so we were drawing sketches for charity. And somebody came up and wanted an Iron Man. And Craig knew I really didn't want Iron Man, but it was a charitable donation, so I did it. And then everybody else that came up, they were like, well, I don't know what I should have you do. And Craig's like, oh, do an Iron Man. And I'm like, gee, thanks, buddy. So I did about 6 Iron Mans that day. I know you'd never do that to me, Ron.
I requested an Iron Man once.
Yeah, I haven't forgot that. Now you want the movie Iron Man, right? No?
Well, that was I'm not sure I want that now.
That's true. Yeah.
You remember?
Yep. I do remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like another storm. Looks like a classic storm and a punk storm.
Okay. All right. So, Adam, I got all your details. Thank you. Todd, got you. Thank you. Under Akish. Yeah, Rakesh, we can make that happen.
I have no idea what's going on, but
a 6 foot by 5 foot Galactus.
Let's go real size. Let's go real size if we're going to go that big.
That's right.
But I don't know how many feet he would be in real life.
Oh.
Or stories. It would be quite a bit, I'm sure. How many stories tall is Galactus? He doesn't grow, does he? He can't, like, get bigger. Okay, that was from Rakesh. Yep. That's the mystery that I don't know, unless it's...
It's an easy one. He wants to go with a symbiote spider. And if you're not up to doing another symbiote, a normal web head with a few of the symbiote tendrils coming around on them. So...
Well, see, those get a little busy. Kinda. If I take the time I do on, and that's the key, is I'm trying to, as we all know, or as you and I know, trying to make these a little less labor intensive.
And I think you should be all right with these two. Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Yeah. All right, AA Ron. I'm sending you a reply, sir.
Yeah, I just caught it. You did Aaron as AA Ron.
No. That was a Key and Peele skit.
Oh, I didn't.
I'll show you sometime.
I just
Tomorrow.
thought, are you coming over tomorrow?
You told me to.
Well, I didn't know if you were, though. You never committed.
Oh, I'm afraid of commitment. Ask any of my ex-girlfriends.
Well, maybe that held me back a while, too. Okay, let's see. With this, I'm going to get out some ink that's not in the actual little thing so I can move a little faster. AA Ron. I like that, though. Of course, I still might be streaming when you're on the ride over. Right?
Maybe so.
Although I have to cut it at 4 hours and then restart it.
Oh, you'll be on your own.
Well, I know you'll be driving. It's just that this bird yard gives me 4 hours because I don't have the fancy deluxe version like Jared that'll give him 8. And it can stream to every platform. But I'm not a fancy pants yard sale artist. I'm just a humble. I'm just a humble.
He is making it work and working hard.
Yes, he is. And I would like to invite you all to subscribe to the Yard Sale Artist channel. He's currently, I think, on a short vacation visiting his friend.
Joe November.
Joe November. In the great city of San Antone. And he even mentioned why he was there on why he was going on one of his streams. So I will leave that up to you all to decide. I won't give away. I think he was going to lay down some more tracks to. Lloyd left, didn't he?
He had to step away, but he is coming back. He had said.
Yeah, see that. That would have been good if he was still here. Maybe he's going to lay down new dad rap tracks to the updated version with Joe November. Well, I'll tell you what. Kirk said he wanted some G.I. Joe tonight, so they won't be going to him.
But you'll get to see him done.
Yeah. You might hear some motorcycles going by.
Like we just did.
Yes, it is the official start of Bike Week today here in Daytona Beach. And I am in beautiful downtown Daytona, so I'm right here. Some bikes will probably be scooting by ever so often. And you'll probably hear them because this Yeti mic picks up A lot of sound. And we have not said Dr. Kaz 3 times. So we could say hello to him. So there's once. Usually at the third time. Oh.
Kidney lady.
Kinda. Well, we'll just see.
Okay.
We'll see how the flow.
So you've been playing chess lately?
Yeah, I played a few games today, and Genome and I are playing an online game. I think it's a 2-day. We're just in the first 10 or 12 moves, where you're just moving pieces out. Although we have had at least a pawn capture each. Not a pawn, a bishop capture each. I don't know if anything else. Kidney lady.
Sweet.
Reminder.
So is anyone in the chat here planning on going to the Emerald City?
I think that actually started yesterday, so I know they canceled today, but I wonder. It's a 4-day show. It starts on Thursdays, so I don't know. I don't know if they did one day and then just decided, you know what, that we need to just rethink this, that's from what I understand, that's what they're doing. They're gonna reschedule it for, I think, the fall sometime, or maybe late summer, when things might be a little more but then here's the thing. Will they be able to do a show the next March already again? I don't see why they wouldn't, but
Nah, just get it back on track. So your next con is what? The Super Jersey Comic Expo?
Yep, 1-day show in Jersey. The 21st of March, I believe.
Peter Porker says Emerald City was supposed to be next week.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so they did have. Okay, that makes more sense, because I was like, how could they do a day and then call it? Well, thanks for that info, Peter. Because for some reason I kept thinking Emerald City was before C2E2, and then I thought I thought Emerald City was the weekend after. It will be interesting to see what happens with MegaCon, Ron.
It'll be good.
Well, I guess it just depends on what things, what develops.
Yeah.
If it kind of slows down, I'm sure that's got to be on Fan Expo's mind, though.
Well, my body story. He'll be at the Super Jersey Comic Expo, and he's excited to meet you.
Yes, he is. What's up, Sean?
He's thinking a lot of shows are going to be canceled.
Well, I think if shows cancel now, it's a little premature. I mean, shows that are in the summer and beyond.
He said if Emerald City was canceled, then WonderCon is not too far off.
I would believe that, and it's in a state that has a lot of cases too. So, as long as they don't cancel Heroes Con, right, everybody?
That is right. Although I'll be kind of ticked if they do cancel Orlando. I have 2 different hotel rooms.
Though, if they did, that might be a way out.
That is true. I still got to get rid of that one.
Go ahead and see if you can move it here. Anybody planning on going to MegaCon that needs a room?
Yeah, it was a 4-day room. So Sean just got off work and he is tired. It's the virus.
You're going to scare that guy.
No. That's what he said.
Oh.
Sean's going to be fine. He's healthy and fit. They canceled South by Southwest conference. That's a big shutdown, formerly Rodline said.
That's in Seattle, right?
And Sean said he thinks a lot of hotels and airlines are giving refunds if the state declares an emergency.
Ooh. I believe that would be true.
I'll use that to get that one room refunded.
That's what I was saying. If it happens, actually,
we were already declared.
That's what I was going to say. You could preemptively do it now.
Yeah. Remind me. I'm forgetful.
I am too, though.
I know. It's horrible. So Sean said the ECCC is a huge cancel. A Reed Pop show being canceled is millions and millions. Poof, gone.
Yep. It's true. They're refunding and they're going to apparently redo it sometime.
Here's the thing about that. The fact that they knowingly were willing to forego millions of dollars for the general safety of the public,
Yep.
that says a lot.
I agree. I totally agree. I thought the same thing when I was reading the press release. Because they still have staff that they have to pay for that show.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, this is, probably falls under that state of an emergency. They have a convention center that, those are usually, you have to book those and you're stuck with them.
Yeah.
But that could be their hotel, they're double booking like you have.
Yep. Hey, so Aaron says he's got to hop off and spend some time with the family. Great deal. He's looking forward to the pieces. He loves the Havoc piece he got from you last year.
Oh, okay.
And he says anyone who doesn't jump on this deal will kick themselves.
Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate the kind words.
Formerly Rod's. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I do remember the Havoc piece.
Formerly Rod says, anyone else seeing the shelves clear of hand sanitizer and Lysol?
I don't know. I haven't been in a store.
I went to a store, but I wasn't even looking for that. I was just getting a few normal groceries, and I'm not too worried about that. I have so much of my own normally all the time.
Yeah. Well, and you can get it anyway.
Oh, then work. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. You're surrounded by it.
I'm surrounded. And then with people in the Lysol, that I would rather just go get yourself a $1 gallon of bleach and make your own.
Do you remember when I told you that Jacob was telling me that he saw something on YouTube where the guy said he found the cure and it was Lysol, and I had to tell Jacob stay away from Lysol? Like, don't be spraying it at yourself or that. Not that I think he would. I just had to kind of warn him.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jacob, you don't. And this was about 2 weeks ago or more. So I'm not sure 100% what the Lysol thing was about, other than just like sanitation or kills germs. Is that basically it? Kills germs?
I mean, I don't know in the context the guy was saying. Hopefully it wasn't anything ridiculous, but yeah, that's probably what it would do. Just slow the transmission. Hey, so Sean wants to know, what's Spidey shaking his fist at?
He's shaking it at whoever ordered this.
Mario.
He's shaking it at Mario. Saying it's a head sketch. But since it's now I have to go in with get a little broader brush and put some thick.
He's telling the kids to get off his lawn, said former Rod.
You kids, get off my yard.
So Sean says it's a $30 sketch. Man, he wish he got on this.
Doors open, Sean. Don't know how much longer, but.
So Neighbor in Black says, man, that Spidey is really well designed. Long-winded art question here. What's more important to you when it comes to deciding where black sections go and attempting to capture how light and shadow would behave in real life? or presenting interesting shapes and design, even if it means sacrificing realism?
For me, I prefer design. My art in general is not in the realistic realm. I prefer more designy shapes. I always have. So that's why a lot of my art is usually more on the dark side, more shadowy.
So how are you deciding where your black sections are going?
Instinct. Just gut feeling, truthfully. And just years of doing it. So you kind of, I mean, there it is. I'm not going to, well, I'm going to just smooth this out here, but it doesn't really need it. It just has a nice, to me, visual black and white balance, the way the blacks are placed in the whites. And you saw I just had scribbles here, so it really is just a feeling of many years of constant repetition and like I said, really instinct. And it doesn't always work out. To be honest, sometimes it fails.
Barbarian Kung Fu says, are you going to be at Atlanta Comic-Con again this year?
Probably not. I have not been invited back. However, I will not rule out. I think that both myself and Ron John,
yep,
will be at Dragon Con. So I don't know if you do that show or not, but I've been informed that I can do that show. That's about as vague as I can be. Yeah. So that's what I've heard. Take it for what it's worth. When you see me advertise, then you'll know for sure. I'm not sticking it out there yet because I have a yes from somebody I trust very much. But until I'm advertised, I really don't like to put it out there so much. So like I said, though, I don't know if you do Dragon Con. All right, so we'll do Black Suit Spidey with a fist.
Well, Kaz is here and he says, happy Friday, y'all. Nice Spidey.
Thank you, Kaz. Bane probably will put a shot of red in his eyes before the night's over. They'll be like mine. Shot of red in my eyes. Dr. Kaz, cheers to you with my lemon LaCroix on a Friday evening. Paul P says, what? And there's Mike Cross.
Yes, yeah, so Todd.
Go ahead.
Todd says, very nice. Neighbor in Black says, that's awesome. Even the shapes in the neck and the traps have a real sense of movement and action to them. He loves it.
Thank you, neighbor.
Now, Paul P is wondering, what cons are you going to be at this year?
Well, Ron has a list of conventions that
well, I do. I didn't know if you want me to disclose it or
well, no, that's why I sent it to you, so that people would my website, I'm trying to get it under construction, but I've got other stuff going on, so right now it's kind of
I will go ahead and rattle this off then.
Okay, while you're doing that, what is my next
your next piece?
Yeah.
Up next is an Iron Man for Adam.
Iron Man slipped in there? I thought I had something else before I got to Iron Man.
No, he paid. We just kept going back and forth on what you were going to do, because he gave you the options between Iron Man, Spawn, and Spider.
What else do I have? Because I may not feel like Iron Man right yet.
After that is Todd. We have Batman and a Punisher. He's got 2 pieces coming.
Batman and a Punisher. Batman and a Punisher. The Punisher, I'm going to tell him, is probably going to be a profile, but that's okay, I hope. And a Batman. Batman makes a good profile. That's why I did this Captain America. I like to profile, especially on the $30 sketches. They help me a lot. Iron Man does not make a good profile. One of my favorite 6x8s to date, maybe the favorite I've done, is a profile for Ron of
Rhino.
The Rhino, yeah. Let's see. So Iron Man or Punisher. Punisher, Batman. All right, let's see. Let me just, you can rattle off the list. I'm going to kind of sketch around and feel what I'm feeling.
All right.
Or see what I'm feeling, rather.
So John's next show is Super Jersey Comic Expo, as we talked about earlier. That's going to be March 21st. After that, you could find
now, you might want to say that's only a one-day show. So,
yep, one-day show. After that, April 16th through 19th is MegaCon in Orlando, Florida.
4-day show.
4-day show. After that, Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina, June 19th through 21st.
Woo-hoo!
That's a good one. Then you have the Denver Pop Culture Con. Obviously, Denver, Colorado. That's July 3rd through 5th. In September, 4th through 7th, we got Dragon Con in Atlanta. September 20th through 22nd, the Cincinnati Comic Expo, and that's in Cincinnati, Ohio. October 8th. Nope. I think that's as far as you're mentioning, right?
No, you can go ahead.
8th through 11th, New York Comic Con.
First year,
New York City. And then October 23rd and 25th, Baltimore Comic Con. I am looking forward to that one again, too.
And I do have the store appearance at Torpedo Comics, Orange County, California. With I know Mike's going to be there. I'm not sure about Jim. Torpedo Comics. Looking forward to that. They put on a very nice show. Or not even a show, just a store deal. They've got a very good business model for stores, and it's really well done. I mean, they really know what they're doing. Can't say much more than that, but they treat the guest right, they treat their customers right, and it's a win-win for everybody.
All right, John, let me ask you, do you feel like doing a Man Thing or a Howard the Duck?
Well, Howard the Duck is always, I've done him before. Man Thing I've done before, and it's a little much for, I would have to really pare him down for a $30 drawing. So for that part, I would say Howard's That might be on the wish list. Like if I get, if I get what I got done, then because I don't know if people are willing to wait an extra day, like tomorrow or something.
Well, it is a today only price. So are you willing to take on a list if they're willing to wait till tomorrow?
Well, I did that with AG on the.
I remember.
It was only one.
New day. Are you good for that?
Yeah. I mean, I could probably do a few as long as the people realize that, what time is it?
7:30.
Okay, so make just a possibility list and we'll check back, or this was a very to tell the truth, this was a very impromptu sketching session, as Ron will testify to. I had no real.
Yeah, it was very last minute.
Ron just happened to be off work, and I was like, So
Sean Forrester's here. He says, "Hey, JB,
hey,
here for the show. Sorry I'm late." Now our Sean says lots of good guests, and that was talking about the Baltimore. I think we were still on that. GLHG says no San Diego. Barbarian Kung Fu is the one that I'm talking to you about, the possibly adding them on the list for tomorrow piece. Then our Sean goes back to saying he guessed you're staying with him.
On what?
I'm not sure.
Sean, what do you mean by that? I have no idea.
And then he says, so you're saying
maybe he means at the New York show. Well, Ron's coming too, so we're coming up together. You got room for both of us?
More importantly, do you have a room for my fan?
Man's got to have his fan.
Sleepover. Yeah, he was talking about New York.
That's it. It kind of sunk in as that. I don't know what we're doing. I know that I've been told that if I am doing it, that I need to start maybe even considering rooms.
Yeah. Sean says you sleep with a fan. Well, not literally sleep with it, but yes, I have one on.
I sleep with a fan. It's a perk. I auction it off. I don't know if that's something you really want, though.
So Barbarian says they're in and out because they're at work. But if I could email them whether it's doable, and then we'll talk about the details later. So this is for the possibility if you're going to add on one more.
Right. And like I said, odds are it would be Howard the Duck. Just because Man-Thing's one of those ones that I really haven't done him. That just, when you start talking about Man-Thing, it just goes off the rails. I really haven't done Man-Thing, and the time I did, or was that a Swamp Thing? It just, the guy loved it, but for me, it was just kind of tedious. Actually, I did that out in San Antonio last year. It turned out okay. It's just, I don't know. Probably wasn't one of my favorite things to do. Doing a lot of roots and vines.
Mm-hmm. So right now you're basically saying your list is where it's at for tonight and everything else is possibilities?
Depending on the character. That's why I said I'm kind of...
Craven.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Did someone ask for a Craven?
Yeah, Mario was wanting to get on a Craven too.
Oh, see, I am not a Craven fan.
I know you're not, so put it on the possibility.
Yeah, that could... I don't even know about that. Did Mario already order one?
Mm-hmm.
He got the black Spider-Man?
Yep. Yes. With the fist. Now he wants the Craven to be holding up a lion's head, a knife in the other hand.
Yeah.
Sean says New York City is doable. His apartment is big enough. He's just got to swing it by his girlfriend. She may be even out of town. I don't know, Sean. I might be more of a diva than your girlfriend.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ron's a little bit of a diva when it comes to the room.
Well, I'm not going to want to walk more than I have to. We have to get an apartment in the con. I'm going to sleep in a janitor's closet.
We're gonna sleep underneath the table, right?
Yep.
Just sleep underneath
bags
the table. Yep.
Uh-huh. Mario said Ron knows exactly what I was going to ask for. and so I laughed, but I said, no way any of that's happening. Oh, Sean, I know. I've already checked it out.
What the price is?
Yeah, he's like, prepare for the most expensive hotels ever then. Mwahaha. Evil laugh. Later, GLHG. He's got to go. He says goodbye, John, and everybody.
All right, GL. Thanks for dropping by. We will see you. Watch later because I'm gonna be doing that Joe stuff you were calling for.
No, I'm Sean. I mean, are you relatively close to the convention center?
No. He's in Brooklyn.
I've not been to New York City in 20 years, so I don't remember.
I have not been since 1993.
He said, if you don't like walking, then New York City is not for you. I don't mind walking. I just don't want to do it after standing all day on your feet. By the fourth day, you're like ready to commit suicide. He said it's a 45-minute ride door to door. That is a possibility. We'll talk offline about this, Sean. Gorilla Todd's here. He says Frank is looking good.
Yeah. But is this for Gorilla Todd?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because if somebody's saying they like it and it's not their piece, then.
So Peter Parker says Airbnbs can be fairly inexpensive in New York City, but if I think we were even considering that, we'd definitely just stay with Sean. Sean's a good guy.
He is.
David's here. He says, hello, can't stay for long, but just wanted to let you know that my Vulture piece arrived in the mail today.
All right.
$30 stream, and it looks great. Thank you.
Thank you. And now David is up Jersey. So looks like the East Coast is AG's way out in the Midwest though, so maybe that's why he didn't get his today. Well, thanks for letting me know that, David. Appreciate it. And appreciate your order, as usual.
David says New York, and he said anytime.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Billy says he's got to come check out your office one day.
Yeah, you do.
Just not right now, because it's a mess. It was really clean, though, like a couple weeks ago.
It was.
Really, really clean.
Now you got to walk around boxes again.
I know. No, because I'm going to pick that shit back up. You're going to have to search through boxes again. Hey, Gorilla Todd says, if it would be possible for his next piece, the Batman, to do a straight-on profile.
Did you read that right, or did he type it wrong?
Oh, I probably read it wrong. Straight on.
Okay.
Front.
Yeah, that's what I planned.
Okay. Well, you had mentioned earlier about profiles.
I love profiles. I don't consider them that easy.
Now, I don't know if I'm going to say this right. TKO. He's in the chat, wants to know what's your next con. Any in New York, New Jersey soon? And yes, actually, his next one is in New Jersey. It is going to be on March 21st, the Super Jersey Comic Expo.
And I forget the name of the city, but
Holmdel.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
One-day show.
Well, Todd says thanks. He just likes variety with the poses.
Yeah, that's not a problem. There's just a certain look Zach gets with a Punisher straight on that I can't capture, but with a profile, I can get that little bit more edginess on the Punisher that I'm just missing on the straight on. I've told this story before. I'll tell it again. I've been at shows when Mike's there and people want me to do a Punisher. And I say, well, you should have Mike do it and have me ink it. And they're like, oh, no, I'm having Mike do one. I want your version. And I'm like, no, I won't do it. So I leave money on the table. And they're like, well, I know it's not going to be, a Mike Zeck Punisher. And I'm just like, won't do it. There's a certain fear. One day, maybe I'll get over that. But until that happens, just the way it is.
It's all right. So, Sean, you planning on coming to Florida anytime soon? Okay. Well, Peter Porker says, what character requests do you get the most at conventions? I'm assuming the symbiote Spider-Man is probably the most common.
Him and Captain America.
Gorilla Todd says it's funny. I just moved from Vegas to Vegas from Florida last June. I used to go to Daytona Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. I was just working on the website for that today.
Oh, good for you. You took it on again.
Well, Tom kind of forced it on me a bit, and I'm already regretting it. Dun, 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 dun.
He said he's known Tom for years, used to set up at the same shows.
Yeah, Tom's a really good guy.
Mario says he's met you about 5 times at the Daytona Con. He
Oh,
goes
really?
there every year.
So you're in Florida, or?
Yeah. He remembers meeting you when the con was at the Holiday Inn.
Wow, yeah, long time.
Formerly Rod says, you make inking so clean and look easy, but it's not. Nope, it's not.
It's those decades of being whipped under my belt.
So with what you're doing now, there's that awesome shape design again in the hair. This is from Neighbor in Black.
Yeah, just it's just part of repetition and practice. People don't like to hear practice.
Have you ever done any digital inking or drawing? How do you feel about the introduction of technology into the art and comic industry?
Well, I have a love-hate with it. I've kind of touched on this before in some streams, but I'm gonna figure you didn't hear me talk on it, so I'll be glad to give you my take. Is I really like that the way you can scan a page now, you can get all the details that are put in. What I don't like about technology is maybe some of the same. All the details you can put in is kind of a catch-22 in that you're really sometimes you're fighting technology because it's so good. And what happens is when I first got in, you would get used to how the newsprint was able to absorb some of your lines and soften them with the color, and you would learn kind of like how your feathering and your shapes and stuff were going to blend together on the cheaper paper. Now, having said that, it's not so much that I don't like the better paper, I do, but for me, a comic book is newsprint and a shiny cover. I really, and I understand that newsprint is like very expensive now. I mean, newspapers don't even use it. So I know it's expensive, but Alterna Comics is using it. And I'm just not a fan of like a really thick book as a comic, unless it's a nice hardcover edition. The key there being hardcover, so that the interior pages aren't the same weight or even maybe thicker than the cover, which that really annoys me. And I also, there's something to be said for limited color. Like there used to be, I think, 64 color palette, and now it's just, unlimited. And I kind of like that you were, you had these 64 colors and you had to make stuff work. And that's a challenge. When you have any color that you really need practically, I mean, I guess I know CMYK is different from RBG, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I mean, it kind of, it definitely changes the comic book feel, smell, just what you're holding in your hand. It becomes something that, I guess, like a magazine, Feel free to help me out whenever you want, Ron. If you have any
Doing great.
comments.
You're doing great.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like I kind of feel a comic book still needs to be, and I hate to say this, dumbed down a bit, maybe. Although I'm going to qualify that the Europeans, they do these nice albums, but that artist may only do 1 or 2 albums a year, not monthly books. Therefore, they get like special treatment, papers, printing, stuff like that. But they do it correctly in that the paperweights are, I mean, they really go over the whole, let's make sure the paper is correct. Let's make sure the cover stock, they may even use a little, they don't go overboard. They might use a little UV coating or something on it just for like some little spot highlights. I tell you, for me, I look back now, and one thing I really didn't even like it then. Maybe the first couple I saw, it was a novelty, but those chromium covers that you couldn't even see the art.
Yeah.
It's like, really? We're going to do everything in chromium?
Hey, so on the neck, you've got that dry brush effect. So there's a few questions here about, from Formerly Rod, how the heck are you getting the bristles on the brush to separate and leave those strokes?
It kind of does it by itself, and it's also getting a lot of the ink out of it so that there's not so much ink in the brush, but it'll actually begin to do it itself. If you take let's see, let's let that focus. You can see. I think I need to thicken this up a little bit. It's a little thin compared to his chin.
Well, we have another viewer in, Terrence, and he says you're cranking out some beauties, John. He's been watching since Bane. Happy Friday.
Oh, thank you, Terrence.
Barbarian's still here saying, damn, Frank's looking tough, man.
Oh, that's Terrence Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I know him.
Have you ever messed around with digital art? You talked.
But not to the level that, I mean, I did vector inking for DC's licensing department and color, vector ink and color. But as far as like Photoshop or clip paint, I've never done anything serious. I have used Procreate. If you look at my Instagram account, John Beatty Art, there's like a George Tuska Thor sketch that I inked, and it's got like the finished piece and then a little time lapse on it. And I did a Gene Colan Daredevil. So yeah, I definitely, and I enjoyed it. It was, I just played around with Procreate for a couple of days to figure out the, like pressure sensitivity and what I needed. And I did a Jack Kirby Black Panther too. It's a very well-known splash page. I only inked he's coming at you. I only inked the Black Panther figure, but that was a lot of fun. So yeah, like I said, for everything I like about technology, there's a few things I don't like about it.
Another question is, and this is again from Formerly Rod, when did newsprint get expensive? He thought it was the cheapest paper out there, and I also was in that same boat. I thought it was newsprint that was cheap.
it got expensive when people quit using it and went to a higher grade of paper because people tended to want, like magazines and stuff. They wanted it to be, so basically supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
People wanted more glossy stock paper. So, of course, that makes your lower grade paper, people aren't ordering it, so they don't make as much. It's just like Zipatone. People can add it in Photoshop now. So when you go to buy actual Zipatone, mostly you're buying it from a Japanese company now that does it for manga. And I don't even know if you can buy single sheets. You kind of, from what I heard, you kind of got to buy just a variety pack and take what they give you. And it's pretty expensive.
You can get singles, but they're still
Can you?
expensive.
Yeah. It's like $10 or $15 a sheet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when I used to buy it, it was for a sheet that was probably 9 by 12 or 10 by 12 or something. I'm going to say under $3. So definitely, it definitely affected a lot. All right, so remember, I am not my exec. So when you judge my Punisher, it's not my exec. So now we will go on to Batman. Yes, that eye is in there. It's very dark, but I like giving the Punisher very dark eyes. Even when I do a front view, I usually give him like the cast brow into the lower lid area so that the eyes pop out.
Mm-hmm. So Barbarian said he asked because his oldest daughter does a ton of digital art. It's way over their head, but amazing. And she also does the time-lapse videos as well. They're so cool.
Yeah, they are. Ron just got an iPad, and I told him, he can turn it off or leave it on, but it picks up, if you're on the same artboard and you're adding a layer or deleting, it still picks it up. So you can run through, like, if you sketch for 2 or 3 hours, various things, it doesn't miss a stroke, and it can condense it into just mere, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. It's pretty interesting to watch at times. All right, so Batman it is. And I hope everybody that sent PayPal with their drawings sent me their, what they requested and their address.
I have them.
You have their address too?
Pretty much all of them, yeah. And if they didn't, I have their email.
Because that's the biggest thing is people will, they'll forget to put their address.
Mm-hmm.
And then I either have to write and say, hey, what's your address? Or they will send a follow-up email. But I kind of like to be able to just pull up PayPal and look at what they ordered and get their address. And especially when I'm doing first class, if I'm not doing the priority, because I don't think PayPal will let me do anything but priority. I didn't check, but it's just easy. I've got a post office real close here downtown. It's easy for me to run down, and there's usually not a big line there. So, but when I do priority, since there's a lot of stuff they have to do. I don't mind doing the click and ship because we do have a drop box right down below me here. So I'm glad. Who is the Batman for? Is that for Aaron? Todd. Long ears or short ears, Todd? I always remember I was telling you, Ron, I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Or did he have to head out or not?
He's still in the chat.
All right. Maybe because some people know the Kelly Jones run, so they kind of like the long ears. But if you don't, then that's cool too. Because usually with these long ears on these, they pretty much go off the page.
He says your call. Either way.
Okay.
Sean says always go long.
I bet he's just chilling watching because he said he was a little worn out from working today. Which we all know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least I know the three of us do. I don't know about everyone else, but. Motorcycle going by. You may have heard that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just watching, eating a slice. And in my mind, that's exactly what I pictured. Him lounging around, eating some awesome New York pizza.
Yeah, right?
Bavarian likes the burly, fat Sam Keith Batman.
Who likes the burly, fat Sam Keith Batman?
Bavarian.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they're the one for the possible Howard the Duck.
Okay. Remember I was talking to you, Ron. I kind of like doing the big craggy Frank Miller Dark Knight Batman. Mm-hmm. He's fun to do.
Now, Sean says he loves some Sam Keith. He's a nice guy. Can never meet a deadline, though.
And that's true. That's why Kelly got on the Batman covers. Sam Keith did one or two, and then he went to Kelly and said, "Hey, can you know, the whole Nightfall and whatever the Batman breaking or Batman Bane breaking his back." That's how Kelly got those covers. Is he knew Sam. And Sam couldn't meet him, and I don't know if Kelly just actually sent one in, like because they needed one, and I think Sam kind of mentioned Kelly, and I think Kelly was kind of maybe trying to do a Sam Keith style at that time, maybe, just because he thought he was going to do one and would keep it consistent, and then they were just like, "Hey, this is great. You want to do the rest of them?" And I have no idea how many covers that was, but I know it was quite a lot.
All right, so from formerly Rod, John, you and Drew were talking about an artist the Art Adams was influenced by. Who was that? That was Michael Golden.
Yep, Michael Golden.
Peter, I'm sorry. He asked you, not me.
That's fine.
Peter Porker is this. He says, have you seen the bat suit from the new Batman movie? Have any thoughts on it?
I haven't seen it. The Batsuit or the Batmobile?
The bat suit, the new one for the.
Oh, well, you know, I think I have. I don't know. I don't get that worked up over any of that stuff, to tell the truth.
Yeah. He also wants to know what's the next sketch after Batman, and how long are you planning to sketch for? Well, the next on the list.
I was going to say, you tell me, Ron, because are you
gonna circle around back to Iron Man, or are you still trying to avoid that right now?
Well, I'm not really trying to avoid him. I'm just thinking about him.
Next up would be another Black Suit Spidey, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes.
Wait, did I pick the Black Suit Spidey?
You had the option of Webhead with some symbiote coming around, or Black Suit Spidey. That was his two choices.
Well, I think it depends on how much symbiote stuff. If I can get away with a little bit, I might dabble in that. We'll see.
And to answer your next question, he will go till he gives out.
I'll go until I feel like I need a break. I need to, or 4 hours on the duck stream here, as I like to call it, something different every time. And then I would just have to restart it. And that's if I still had a decent audience watching, or maybe not. You know, I got to do them.
Well, back when you were talking about Sam Keith, and Sean added in, if you look at early Kelly Jones, then yes, from what he knows, a lot of the covers were collaborative. The few that they worked on together.
I don't know about that. They may have been. I'm not 100% sure.
And
they look like they could be, though.
The other thing is apparently the Batmobile looks like a muscle car. So I'm actually going to have to look that up. I haven't seen it yet.
It actually does. See, I saw that. And a lot of people don't like it, but it looks like it's got like this big blower coming out. Oh, I don't know. And I don't think a lot of people like it, though.
All right, new Batmobile.
I only saw some pictures and they were very darkly lit. And there was only one picture of it, like kind of with the blower looking thing on it.
Oh, it is dark, but I do like the one I'm looking at.
Is it the one where it's kind of red and you see the...
No, this is very dark. It's from above. I see some taillights.
Oh, you're going to see taillights. Even you're going to see taillights on that.
All right, that's
a challenge. Ron says, I will blow that Batmobile away.
I will will try. The back end of it's reminding me of Back to the Future, the DeLorean, the way it had all that crap in it.
Yeah.
The side view.
Well, maybe that's what I saw. I don't know. It was so dark. I didn't know if I was looking at the front or like if it was a rear engine or a front engine, but it just looked like it was red lights and looked like it had a blower sticking up top with some fan belts or something.
The one front shot, I don't know. It's
kind of tough. It's so dark. It's really so dark that.
Sean said they did about 3 covers together. Detective Comics 657, 658.
And that may have been the start of when Kelly took over, because I know I think Sam Keith actually recommended Kelly to the editor when he realized he couldn't do them. So that's what I'm talking about. That's all I know. Or that's what I appear to know. You still looking at that Batmobile, Ron?
No, I was back on the iPad.
It's an addictive little program, isn't it?
Yeah. So Sean says he's digging it, the Batmobile. He looked it up. Sam just takes forever to draw. Now, Barbarian's saying that it has a jet engine in the back, but also has air intake in the hood, so it might have a gas motor and a jet supercharger. Formerly Rod says, I like the new Batmobile. The last few have been high-tech looking. This one looks like a muscle car. It's more grounded. It does look more grounded, yes. It'll be interesting.
I think so. Just, even the photos are dark. When we get when it's out in natural light, like maybe they'll have somebody will do a replica at a show or something.
Mm-hmm.
Although then it kind of, when it's in real natural light, it loses some of the mystique. Sort of, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not.
I hear you.
Like when you see those Chevy Impalas from, what's the show? Supernatural?
I have not seen that show.
The tribute cars? Yeah, I haven't either. I just know that I started seeing black Chevy Novas at shows, and they were tribute cars. I think they're called. It's. I should know this because it's like my wife's name. It's Bella. I think is what the tag says. And it's just kind of like, okay, it's a black Chevy Impala. Some are nicer than others, depending on how well that person kept their car up. Mm-hmm. Now they can make some money on it, having it at a show and charging people to take their picture with it. even though it's not one of the actual cars that is used in the show. I'll tell you, they went through some Dodge Chargers on the Dukes of Hazzards. Those things must be rare.
Yeah.
As many as they went through, reckon, every week.
The Batmobile references Batman 408, first Jason Todd appearance. This is from Sean.
For that movie?
Well, that's what we're talking about, so I think so. He'll clarify in a moment.
Our crack research team is on the case.
First modern-looking car, Batmobile. Yeah, it is. Well, 80s if you consider that modern. The 408 Batmobile looks very Lotus-like, almost like the Lotus in the James Bond movie.
Is that from Sean?
Sean and formerly Rod, yeah.
Whoa. It's ready, refresh. They're letting me know that probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week will be my delivery day. You know, I thought that was Kidney Lady calling in.
I thought it might be too late for that.
You never know. You know, I'm streaming, so she's...
So her senses are tingling.
Yeah, she's got that uncanny knack. That uncanny knack of interrupting me when I least need to be.
So Barbarian says, if I was Batman, my Batmobile would be a station wagon, so I could still pick up dog food after a long night of crime fighting.
That's funny. What did he say about the dog food, though? I missed that part.
So they could pick it up after a long night of crime fighting.
Oh.
On their way home.
I saw a bumper sticker when I pulled into my spot here. I'm assuming, and I'm not going to assume. On a van, and it said, "I work hard so I can feed my cats." I'll just leave it at that. I almost took a picture of that bumper sticker. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!"
They like their cats.
Well, apparently. All 50 of them. Right? You know?
Hey, we all got our thing.
I don't know if I got thing like that or not, though.
Kachong is in here. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Kachung.
Ka-chung! What kind of dog does Batman have? He has Ace. I don't know what. I think it's I would say it was a bloodhound. And Lloyd is back. Hello, Lloyd. A Batsif. Okay. Pun intended. I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
A little tenderness. Better not sing any English beat. Hey, you know, I still see people, through Jacob doing their gaming videos and stuff, and they still have ads and stuff. So wonder if they just mark their streams not safe for children. And, I mean, who's going to stop Jacob from watching those videos? Well, me. Right? I mean, his parents. So that whole COPA thing, I don't know. I make sure, if I hear something he's watching and it starts getting really bad, I tell him, Jacob. He's like, I know, I'm turning it now.
Like the anime I got him for his birthday.
He never watched that. He started to. I don't know. He was just into that one show.
I couldn't find that. Then I didn't know what the heck I was looking for either.
Yeah, I still can't remember what it is, but it was on it was on Netflix, but I think it's gone now. Any Yashu or something like that. Apparently it was very popular back in, probably 20 some years ago.
If it has ads, it's marked not for children. And this is from Barbarian.
If it has ads?
Yeah.
I thought it couldn't have ads, or
that's what they're saying. If it has ads, it's marked
not for children. Yeah. Well, see, and that's how some of those people, they make their living just doing YouTube videos now. So if they mark it not for kids. Or no, if they market for kids, they lose the comments, they lose the ads. They basically, what's the point of creating those videos?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
So Formula Rod says the same guy that got COPA introduced is writing a new bill. It's supposed to be even more stringent and tighter than COPA is.
Great. And I believe it originated in California. All right. I think we got a done Batman. A done Batman. I'm Batman.
Kachung says it's first time watching and it's fantastic. What a great way to share your art.
Well, thank you, Kachun. Appreciate it. Hey, Craig Zablo. He's on Nice Batman. Thank you, Craig. He's on Twitter. I see he's watching from Periscope. Periscope. Copa.
Okay.
Not
I see
copper.
that.
Oh, copper.
No, COPA.
Yeah, but he said he's writing something like.
He meant to say COPA.
Oh, okay. All right. Todd, there's Batman. And these were both for Todd, right? And the Punisher.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. Who would win? Probably Batman. Just
They
saying.
have fought before.
They have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was
now
a lot of crossovers.
Coco
All right.
Cabana.
Next in order.
JR did that, Zablo says. Okay, next in order would be the
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Okay.
But also up is either another black suit Spidey or a web Spidey with some symbiote coming on.
All right. I'm going to run and use the restroom because it's about that time. Pop open a fresh beverage. So I'm going to mute my mic and I will be right back as soon as I get that done. Shouldn't take too long. Be right back. Is that a beauty, Ron? You barely see it.
That works.
You'll be in the room chatting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to mute my mic so, this is the bad thing. If something happened, y'all couldn't hear me get shot in the hallway or something.
Your mic will pick it up. We'll hear it.
No, I'm going to mute it.
Oh, yeah. You said that.
All right.
Hey, so Craig, how's it going? Most embarrassing story I have of John. I don't think I'm allowed to tell those. I'll be right back.
And just as I hear Ron leave, I'm back. So that seemed to be good timing. Let's see. We're going to get a little hand sanitizer going.
Don't use that all up. That's worth money. You can put that on eBay.
Believe me, I have like 3 more of these in here somewhere.
They were wanting to know an embarrassing story, and I really couldn't think of one.
About what?
You.
Uh,
I disappointed them.
Go back to my stream with Drew when I talk about the guy that swung at me in Walmart.
Oh.
Although that's not that embarrassing. It's more like I'm
embarrassing for the guy that swung at you.
I was like, man, I'm telling you, I had too much on my mind that day, and there, a fresh cold lemon LaCroix. You know, I had a friend, and I still do, Alberto Ruiz. When he would go to conventions, he would do free drawings to people that would buy him or bring into him a cold 6-pack of Corona and hint of lime chips. Just saying.
Well, nobody wants Corona brought to him now.
Well, I know, but little ice cold LaCroix at the table.
Yes, so Todd, John does sign all of his sketches.
Yeah, I usually sign them last, so they will be signed. See, Lloyd knows Rumble at the Walmart. He was there when I was relaying that story. Okay, so a symbiote Spider-Man, right? Or I mean,
either or. He gave an option.
Yeah, but what? It's a symbiote Spider-Man or a web head with some little tentacles.
Yeah.
Let me just start drawing and see what happens. Is Craig Zablo still in the room?
I asked him how he's doing, what's up, and he didn't reply, so he may have left.
All right. Let's see.
Well, Todd says, thanks again. Love the sketches. He's got to run. It's dinner time.
Thank you, Todd. I appreciate it, and I'm really happy that you like them.
Formerly Rod says, Alberto Ruiz, that does the pinup girls, question mark.
Yep, that's him. Good guy. Very talented. And I was there when people would bring that's when I don't think you could do it now. Like bring in a cooler of beer and stuff like that. You'd have to get creative because sometimes the
Dress it up like a baby.
something because the security thing.
Yeah.
So I think I can do a web head with a few little tentacle things, not as not as time consuming as my other ones have been, but enough to get the idea. Because I haven't done a web head in a little bit of time.
So another question comes up is, how often do you do the live sketch streams?
Quite often. I've been doing about 2 to 3 a week the past 2 months now. If you're not subscribed and don't have the notifications turned on, that would be your best bet. Usually, I will say this though, they're more in the mid morning to afternoon. Like Drew Moss and I have been doing Mondays from 10 in the morning till around 2:30 in the afternoon. We did Tuesday this week because I was coming home from a convention. But yeah, so best way to find out is subscribe and get the notifications. Wouldn't you say, Ron?
I would agree.
You would. You would be a smart man to agree with that because that's the best way to find out. All right. Let's get this brush pen moving.
Well, formerly Rod said, and this is regarding Alberto Ruiz, I'm assuming, he knows him from ages ago when they used to draw at the same illustration forums. He showed a gallery in Chicago with him. He's mad talented in his drawing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Alberto's amazing. And he's a really good designer too. But he told me he literally forced himself to learn to draw women by just going down, I don't know, to his basement or whatever, and just staying in there, literally staying in there and like learning. He's actually going to be. I saw him announce that he's going to be back at Calgary comic convention this year, and he said it's probably going to be. He said he can't rule out forever, but he's looking at that might be his last convention. And he and I are right around the same age, so I just think he just likes to draw his women, and he's not into the whole convention thing, which good for him.
Lloyd says he's going to the Calgary show if they don't cancel it.
What are the dates on that, Lloyd? Do you know offhand? Because I can't remember. I went there once. Zach and I did. It was a great show. Don't look it up if you don't know. I just thought he might know offhand since he's going. I think it's in April.
End of April 23rd through 26th.
Yep. That's a 4-day show. And when Zach and I did it, that means it turns into a 6-day show, and being in Canada, you're out of the country for almost a week. If you call Canada really being out of the country, it's kind of like still being in America, I guess, to a degree. I'm curious to know, for those that want to answer in the room, where are we all from? I'm just interested in maybe seeing who's the furthest away. Me, I'm in Daytona Beach, Florida. You don't have to give your city. You can just give a state if you're interested. Whoa. picked up my mouse because these comments quit scrolling. There we go. Yes, that's true, Lloyd. Are you involved with the show? Or are you just saying in general? Terrence is from New York, yes. Forest Hills, like Peter Parker. Atlanta. Dr. Kaz must just have done a quick pop-in.
Mm-hmm.
Pop in to say, yo, what's up? And then pop out. Or maybe he had an appointment.
Formerly Rod's 40 minutes or so outside of Chicago.
Oh, were you at C2E2, Rod? Did you get there one day or? I remember him saying he was from the Chicago area now. Let's see. I think those are going to be better off with talking out loud. Those are going to be better off with a.
Joe is here.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
So Barbarian drove to C2E2 all alone, but it was totally worth it. Formerly Rod didn't make it. He had family stuff to do.
Understandable. On both counts. Whoop. It always wants to slide down if I don't tape it.
That's why I started taping your mother channel.
Did you see his year anniversary message?
Mm-mm.
He's been battling and the pancreatic cancer for a year now. I saw it on a Twitter. Somebody had posted it. I guess it was his opening of Jeopardy a couple nights back or something.
Mhm.
And he had said when he first became aware he had it, the doctor said the first year survival rate was 17%. And then he said his doctor was really pleased with the progress he had made. And then Alex kind of did a misspeak when he said, he said, when I'm back here, or if I'm back here with my doctor next year, he goes, no, wait. When I'm talking to my doctor next year, after 2 years. And then he said, and this was, this was kind of a humbling thing, but the 2-year survival rate drops to 7%.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's one of those things where I would have thought you survive the year, you gain some percentage points, but that just tells you what I know, Ron. not a heck of a lot.
Well, formerly Rod is out. He says dinner time with the family. Nice to see everyone. Thanks again for everything, John.
All right, Rod. We'll see you again sometime on another stream. Thanks for dropping in.
Mm-hmm.
What if Spider-Man's costume was just like that? Wouldn't work too well, would it?
No. So when are you getting back on keto?
I keep thinking after this weekend, every weekend. And then,
yes.
huh?
I said yes.
I know. And I can't remember what knocked me off when I was on it and I was doing really good. You know what I think it was, Ron? Was it that show I did in Macon in January? Because they had nothing. I mean, nothing. And I was in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't get nothing. I would have just been like not eating anything. I wasn't ready for that yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had pizza for, that's what and I mean, I get it. But there was no other choices for lunch. We got pizza. And the little food place that was in the hotel, nice hotel, but I'd stayed in one of those before and I can't remember the name, but I probably could, but I probably shouldn't say it. They have nothing on not even a friendly salad. I would just have to tell them, just give me the lettuce, and the balsamic vinaigrette. And then it's like, gee, that's like a $12 bowl of lettuce and balsamic vinaigrette. I mean, it was like almost everything in there. Almost was take that out, take that out, take that out. I think it was that. I really do. And then I got back and I did the DeLand show, and they had food trucks, and again, nothing, nothing, not even, it wasn't even close. That's where I have to again realize bringing my own stuff, but there's only so much you can bring. I can't bring meals.
Well, AG's back. He says after some salmon, his spidey sense was tingling. He thought you'd be doing a Spider-Man.
Who's that?
AG.
Oh, hey, AG. Welcome back.
Lloyd says he used to be involved with the Calgary Expo in its early days, but now he's retired.
Oh, okay. Did you are you familiar with Blaine Tufts, Lloyd? Because that's who was in charge of getting Zach and I there. I'm trying to think. I believe we were there in 2016. But I know it's a Fan Expo show now, so. Okay. Some swirly symbiote tar-like stuff, I guess.
Lloyd said, yeah, he knows Blaine. He's a nice guy. He was more in charge of the showroom area. Kaz is back, and he says again, happy Friday, y'all. Nice Spidey. Deja vu.
It is. Kaz appears when Spider-Man's being done. It's an uncanny knack. Well, welcome back, Dr. Kaz.
John, do you do signings sometimes at your local comic store?
No, because I don't really have a true local comic store. I have one that the guy pulls my books. He has comics, but it's basically, he doesn't have a full range of stuff. And that one that you and I went into, Ron, they closed, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought they told us. I thought they were telling us that they were going out of business soon anyway, or something when we were there.
Which one that we went into? We've been into a few. The one in your area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, because we also went to that other one, the larger.
But that was in Longwood.
Okay.
Or I mean Altamont. Remember?
Yeah.
That was a bit of a drive.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was just kind of, 15-minute drive. The other one was about a 40-minute. That's a nice store, though, that one. But I just can't make that trip every week for maybe nothing. I refuse. I haven't been there in a while. I'd like to go in and just browse. Because I never know what I'm going to miss. Probably not much, but sometimes I see a trade paperback that Hey, Ron, I had a thought.
Uh-huh.
Jay Lee going to be at MegaCon this year?
Don't know. Haven't looked at the guest list. I'll look, but while I look, Noah's here, says, I'm late. Are we talking about food and ditching fans at the restaurant?
Oh, no, we never do that. It's only those fans that you
show up 2 hours late.
Yeah, you provide your time for them, and then they just like, they can wait.
Hey, so Barbarian says, so what titles are you reading, John? I'll hop on real quick. I just started Bitterroot because that came out number 6. I always follow Amazing Spider-Man and Venom, Batman, Wonder Woman, Black Panther.
I don't think I'm reading anything. Ron's picking up White Knight for me, but I haven't read it yet.
Just collecting dust.
Or wait a minute, it wasn't the first one White Knight too? Is this just like White Knight the second part?
This is the Curse of the White Knight.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, enough swirly, spidery symbiote stuff. Uh-oh. Got a follower. Now, in about an hour, this broadcast will automatically end because I'll be at my 4-hour limit. However,
and I'll be asleep.
Are you serious?
Oh, jeepers, yes.
But I've got Iron Man to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and I've got the 2 Joes to do.
You better call Zablo.
Oh, where do you think Zablo is at right now?
I don't know, but I'm jealous.
Man, these young kids today just can't hang.
Damn young kids.
These I forget the name now. Millennials. All right, I said enough swirly things, but I just wanted to do a few quick, like, wispy ones. Okay. Now I'm satisfied. So you're saying Iron Man. You'd stay up for Iron Man.
I'm not promising anything.
Are you saying you could pass out right now?
Getting there.
Get some coffee. Huh?
Said I know I should.
Come on, I've only got 20 more to do.
Hey, Noah says, wait, China's doing G.I. Joe art? I need $30. And then Barbarian, these Utes. What's a Ute?
That's what Joe Pesci calls them.
Right.
Let's see. So you're telling me Iron Man, I think, is what I think I need to do Iron Man, right? An Iron Man profile would be easy, but you don't really get an Iron Man with a I mean, in a storytelling way, you got to have a profile of him every now and again, but but it's, you know, it's a shell head. Let's see what I can come up with. So let me make sure. Okay, I didn't commit to the Man Thing Howard the Duck. No commitment on that. That's a maybe. Ron?
That's a maybe.
Oh man, I thought you passed out on me.
Done. Over. So your next is an Iron Man. Then you have a Storm Shadow and a Snake Eyes.
Right. 3 more.
3 more.
That I'm committed to.
That you are committed to.
All right, well, let's see. Well, the night started out slow, but it picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was the original Iron Man that had the triangle-shaped head that had the 2 little things on the mouthpiece, right? From like Avengers, what was it, 69?
Right now, you are asking the wrong person.
Do you need to go to bed?
We're getting there.
Well, I just don't want you to. I'm talking to you, and now all of a sudden I hear snoring.
I'll save that for Zabel.
And Zabel is already snoring.
Lucky man.
You laid in bed all day today.
I was awake.
I've Ubered today. I've been up since 4 a.m. I'm sketching. I've just had 2 burritos from Taco Bell, and you had a big gourmet meal. You're living right. Uh-oh, you're fading, man. You're not even getting. You're not even giggling at jokes.
Sorry.
Don't shut your eyes. I think that's what you were doing.
That was an 80s song.
Huh?
That was a nice 80s song. Don't close your eyes.
I don't remember that. Who did it? Don't close your eyes.
Yes. 80s? Yes. Very high pitched singing.
I can't say as that I remember it.
Kix. Kix.
Still don't remember it.
That's all right. Can't play it for you. You'd get banned from YouTube.
Well, for those still hanging in there, if you make it to the 4-hour mark and if this just automatically shuts down, don't worry. I just have to reconnect and continue.
Ignore the next beep you hear.
That's Ron going by.
That's me leaving.
So please do come back if you wish.
Barbarian says they'll be up till 6 a.m.
Who? That's
Barbarian.
Me? Bavarian. I'm thinking of a donut. Bavarian cream. Sounds kind of good about now, don't it, Ron?
Yes.
That's what Jacob likes. Wait, I did an Iron Man before.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did it for Tater.
You did a Kirby.
Oh, well, that was an Ant-Man.
You've done a Kirby Iron Man.
All right. Let's see here.
You had the old antenna on the top. And
was that Iron Man? Oh, the original. Yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Took me a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a senior moment.
It's all right. Having one of those too now.
You're not having a senior moment. You're having a uh-oh.
That's probably the thing I told you to ignore. That was sent a while ago. See, even my phone's tired.
Oh, I saw that phone you were talking about. It's the S20. You know what the big deal about it is?
No.
Where everything's going in cell phones, the camera. I guess Google heard us talking about it because then it's like it's showing me ads for the new Samsung S20 or something. It's like your phone camera will never be the same. And they had just upgraded on Bella's 10 Plus with a, like what Apple has now is that 3-lens camera and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care. Now, what if we were at a convention and I needed you to stay up so I could finish some commissions and keep me company? Would that be a different thing?
Yeah, of course.
All right, just pretend. No pretend.
All right, so Noah said, didn't they change it to where you can go over 4 hours? And then he said, is Gerald asleep already? He's taking orders for book page sketches for only $22 shipped. ALD says that's coming out great already.
Well, thank you, ALD.
So Adam is the Iron Man.
Adam.
And Barbarian, now known as Barvarian, says they're delicious.
Man, Noah just came in to like interrupt my stream with an ad. Wonder what Gerald paid him for that.
It was an ad.
That's all right. It's all good. Helping out a buddy. That's Hey Noah, he's in San Antonio until next week, right? With Joe November. The smooth sounds of Joe November. I think they're really cutting the updated version of Dad Rap. I think that's the real thing. It's a hunch. I think it's a good one, though. Wouldn't you, Ron?
I would bet money on that.
Yeah, I have to keep asking you questions to make you stay
Keep
awake.
me alive. Proof of life.
To
Dad
make sure.
Rap 2.
Yeah, Dad Rap 2, I'm telling you. The sequel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think this one's going to have a video. That would be the best. He needs to just do the second one or even the first one, but just do a video. It could be the next Vanilla Ice. Right?
Stop.
Hammer time.
Elaborate and listen.
Oh, I went to Hammer time when you went to stop.
Uh-huh. I know. I wasn't going to call you out on it.
No, I called myself out because we're talking about Vanilla Ice, and then I
went MC Hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, but this thing Jacob's been listening to, it has that on it, so I started singing it, and he's like, "How do you know that song?" And I said, "Jacob, that song is old, man. Like your poor, sweet, smelly daddy." Ron, I just need you to let me know when the 4 hours is up.
Oh, you're heading there. You are 35 minutes away.
Because
go ahead.
No, I was going to say because I just need to jump back on.
Noah says, and I think he's trying to figure out a way to help you out here. He says for me to tell him how I got into comics.
Yeah. Yeah, tell us that story, Ron. How'd you get into comics?
Well, let's see. I was not very popular.
I picked one up and read it.
I had very little friends. I picked one up
And
he
it was your
connected
friend.
with me, and it was my friend. I
The
didn't have
end.
to talk with people anymore. That was it.
Stan Lee was he was like everyone's godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Stan was like everyone's uncle. That's better, right? He was like everyone's favorite uncle.
Either or, it is works.
Well, they usually say favorite uncle or something, So that's why I'm running with that. Or as I like to be called, a funkle. Not bringing you back to life, is it?
Yeah, I know it's doing wonders.
You got to stay up because you got the list.
We have the list. It's a communal list.
Well, who's getting the I got 2 more to do after this, right?
Yep, Snake Eyes and Shadow Storm.
Who's getting that?
That is going to
Head Wrap 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Aaron.
Who?
Aaron.
Aaron, are you still in the room? Is
he stepped out earlier. He had to go have some family time.
Well, okay. So maybe I can do those tomorrow. You have his email, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on the spreadsheet.
You coming by tomorrow? What are you doing? What's your
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 9:30.
I know, but it feels like midnight to me. I'm sorry. It's horrible.
Hey, believe me, I was up at 4. You know that for a fact.
Yep.
Because I don't know when I sent you that text, but
Yeah, it was after 4 a bit. But yeah, it was in the 4 o'clock hour. I can confirm it.
I didn't know if I should send it that early because I didn't know if you had to keep your phone on in case the hospital.
Well, I keep it on. You never know when I'm gonna get a call, but I can pretty much sleep through that. They know they better call me because I won't respond.
You know what? I've done the same thing as I've slept through Texas.
Oh yeah, slept through Texas just like your exes. All right, so there is 2 questions.
Okay.
Mario wants to know if you're considering Craven tomorrow as well, and Barbarian's wanting to know about Howard the Duck.
I really don't like doing Craven. Howard the Duck is. Do you want the original Howard the Duck or the new streamlined Howard? That's it, guys. Keep her on busy till I can at least wrap up this Iron Man.
Oh, you're gonna be able to wrap up. I'm not going anywhere.
You're going somewhere when it hits a 4-hour mark.
Oh yes. I don't know what's going on, John. It won't let me log back in. Sorry. Have a good night.
I'll be driving to your house tonight.
Oh boy. Get up.
Damn you.
We're finishing this stream.
I brought the equipment.
Barbarian prefers the original, but they will allow you to choose.
Well, no, I kind of prefer the original too. I've never drawn the new Howard that kind of looks like they're trying not to do Mickey Mouse. I mean Donald Duck.
Okay then. So final verdict, that's a yes.
No, I said I'd consider it. I just, I still got 2 more to do tomorrow. I don't know. I would still, if I felt like it and they were around, I would still honor. I don't really feel Craven though. I will be honest about that, and you already know that though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even feel it when I'm. I mean, it's a bit easier when I'm inking Zach Craven, but I've got no desire to. If I don't ever have to draw him, I'm fine. And that's, I'm not crushing dreams. I'm just telling it honestly.
So Craven is a definite no at this point, Mario.
Only because I care about you, Mario. And I know I would not even do it a little bit of justice. Do we have any new subscribers besides Neighbor tonight? We were at 410 when I started this stream. Is anybody else joined up or on, or you too tired to look?
No, I'm not too tired to look.
Are you sure? I don't want you to strain your finger.
Okay, well then I won't do it. Thanks. You're at 411.
All right, just neighborhood.
So Tater Shed says, "Hey,
Hey,
just got the
Tater.
Hawk in, loves it."
Tater did what now? He got his art?
Yeah.
All right. AG out there, way out there in the Midwest. I'm happy to hear that people are getting them. AG's going to have to go rifle through the... Uh-oh.
Terrence says, "The way you handle the brush pen is amazing. It takes an incredible amount of control to be that precise without using pens."
You just ain't kidding. I had to get one sarcastic comment in there.
Mario wants to know if you'd be able to do a sketch of Spidey with red shadowing.
Red shadow? What does he mean?
No, he's not doing color. These are just straight $30 black and white sketches.
I think maybe just because I said I'd put red in the eyes of Bane, but that's just like two little areas that are just solid, drop some color in them.
AG goes, "There should have been a what if where someone luckily shot Iron Man in the eyes." Like in the first panel. It was just over.
There you go. So can you can you contact the guy that's getting the two Joes and just I'll do them tomorrow.
Yep.
It would be interesting, but it would be something that most people wouldn't like, but it would almost be cool to do one like Shadow Storm profile looking one way and Snake Eyes the other way. So you put them together and they're looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. I know people, I don't know. People don't like profiles. They think they're getting gypped, I guess. I say if it's good, go for it. Like I said, that vulture I did last time, that's a great profile. He's meant for a profile. Batman makes a good profile. Ron?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just making sure you... Now you're doing a Zablo.
No.
Gerald never did fall asleep on me.
Cool.
I
You think he's up?
know he's up.
Good.
I just know he's laying down some mad tracks to his
Father rap.
father rap. Okay. Father. Is Noah still in the room, or did he just come in for the advertisement and leave?
He just came in and plugged Jared.
That's funny. Maybe he's getting a freebie.
Okay, Jared, I did what you asked.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was kind of funny, though. Father. The father rap. That's it. It's not dad rap, it's father.
It's father. Noah is here.
I figured that might get him out of the woodwork. Noah, how much did you get paid for that ad? That much? Wow.
Another Adam is here asking if you're still taking requests.
Hello, Adam. Well, not for tonight, but I do have some carryovers that I got to do tomorrow. So if you put your request in the chat room so Ron can tell me what it is, I might be able to consider it. Maybe. No promises. No cravens. It'd be funny if he's like, what? No craven? Okay, I'm out of here. Ron, did you fall asleep or we just got no reply yet?
No reply.
Okay. I thought I heard a little snoring there.
Oh, it was a total snore.
Tell me it was just deep breathing.
No, I was snoring.
Have you ever caught yourself before you fall asleep? Like you can hear yourself snore just a little bit? I've done that. I'm like, just before I doze off, I'm snoring. Usually it wakes me up, but then I just roll over and go back to sleep. I should just continue this tomorrow. It's a $30 sketch day. All day long. All Saturday long.
So Adam is liking a Captain America.
Well, hey.
So Adam, I am going to add into the chat my email address. Send me your details.
Well, let me show him the one I've got like ready to get to ink. It's a profile shot. Some people don't like profiles. I get it, but it's a nice Captain America profile ready to go to ink. Hey, Geeks, Drinks, and Comics. And he wants to know if there's any more for sale. Adam, can you see this cap? It's ready to be inked. This was something I was just sketching at before we went live. Geeks, Drinks, and Comics. Barbarian likes the cap. Let me, I'm going to run through what I've done so far. Here's the Iron Man. Webhead Spider-Man with some symbiotic, swirly, black costumey stuff kind of wrapping around him. This was the first one, Bane, that I did tonight. Symbiote Spider-Man. This I would not do again for $30. I put a hand in. I normally headshot's a headshot, but black Spider-Man head. Punisher, nice profile, and Batman. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this Captain America is just waiting for somebody to say, "Ink it, John. I'll take it." The shipping is included in the $30 because on these, unless you want to pay $10 extra, I'm only shipping them first class. So the postage is on me on these, and the drawings are a lot faster and less detailed than I normally do on my 6x8 sketches. There's less work in them. They're more simple. They don't have any ink wash or anything that sometimes I add in depending on the piece. So it's discounted, but it's a discounted piece of work, so to speak. Not to put my work down, but just to let you know that, it is what it is. Thank you, Mario. And I'm sorry, but sorry I can't do that Craven, but I really just don't feel that character. I do have I don't know if you saw this or not, but I just finished this Tuesday, I think. It penciled by Mike Zeck, inked by me. This is from like about a year and a half ago. It's going over to Europe. Okay, so it appears that I will be streaming again tomorrow. So, because I literally have two. I have a Snake Eyes and a Storm Shadow that I need to finish. How much time we got? Oh, we got
8
like
minutes.
10. You got like 10 minutes or less before we're going to get cut off. If you are interested in a $30, and that includes shipping, quick sketch, contact Ron. Ron, you want to put your address in there real quick, your email? Or you want me to type it in? You too tired? Or I can continue?
I'm way too tired.
Contact Ron at that address, ron@johnbeattyart.com. Let him know the character and or characters you want. Try to do an alternate because I may not feel one of the ones you want, and I may need an alternate. And I'll be back online tomorrow. I've already decided because I got to do 2 more that were left over from today. So I probably will just continue and take on some more. Probably get to a Howard the Duck. Who was wanting the Howard the Duck real quick?
Barbarian, who is there asking now.
Okay. Barbarian, can you tune in tomorrow or not? He's on the list, right, Ron?
Yes, I have their details.
Okay. So Barbarian, if you can't make it and I wind up doing it, I'll just have Ron email you and tell you that I did it, and then you can PayPal me. Sound fair? And he said yes. And he said he can pay now. Okay, if you want to pay now, that's fine. Because Howard the Duck for me is, I don't mind him at all. All right, so anybody else? I'll probably get a little list going again tomorrow, I'm sure, once I get started. Comics Geeks, and were you interested? Did anybody want this cap? Because I'm probably going to finish it tomorrow anyway. Okay, so Geeks, Drinks, and Comics, send Ron some characters. And I don't know who wanted the cap, but it's going to go regardless. I'm going to ink it and I'm going to sell it. So if you want it, I can hold it for you or not. Okay. Barbarian is saying he'll take the cap if no one else wants it. Do you know who was Barbarian? I appreciate that. Let me ask this.
Is that in place of Howard the Duck or in addition to Barbarian?
No, Adam. Whoever Adam was, he would like a Captain America. So Adam, if you're
Adam
going, I've got like 6 minutes before this stream is gonna end.
But he never replied to that one.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure that,
Well, Barbarian's saying they'll take it in addition to.
Yeah.
So you can always do Adam another one later. So Barbarian, we'll give it to you.
Yep. So go ahead and.
All right. I'm emailing you again, Barbarian.
So that's a Howard and a cap for Barbarian, correct?
Yes.
All right. And what time are we streaming tomorrow, Ron?
Well, let's talk
11-ish?
I got my class at 1.
That class ain't doing you no good.
That's all right.
You're doing better here.
10 o'clock?
10's fine.
And maybe if we surprise everybody at 9:30 if we're ready.
I can do 9. I'm a grinder.
All right. Done deal.
9 o'clock tomorrow. We will start. In fact, I will make the part 2 and put a timer on it. Now, if there's some emergency, of course, that will stop it. But short of that, 9 o'clock stream. And I may even sketch some of these out in pencil, so all I got to do is ink them tomorrow, maybe. Kind of doubting that. It's 10. I still got to pack up and get home.
You got 3 minutes and we're dropping.
Yep. All right. So, a War Machine. That's a tough one. I've done him once. I charged extra for War Machine.
You're welcome, Kaz.
Talk to ALD, if you're serious about the War Machine, talk to Ron. That's got to be an upcharge on that, though. That might be my full price, which I believe is $60. So it'd be double. That's a tough one. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Kaz. And there's payment from, okay, I suppose that is...
Is it Chad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to say his actual name. So.
All right.
So that's Barbarian Kung Fu, I take it, right?
Well, until you said Barbarian, nobody knew. Yes.
Well, thank you, ALD. And we are going to run out of time. So 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, if y'all can make it. We'll be back live and let's see, 10, 11, 12, 1. That's 4 hours. So we will probably, or at least I will be. Ron might have to leave an hour to get ready for his class. Yeah, Ron. Barbarian says he's been outed. Okay, so time to end this stream now. Good night. I appreciate it. I will be back at 9 o'clock. Before I leave my office, I'll put the banner with the timer. And it's just going to be the same little weight icon that I use for the $30 head sketches. Thank you, everybody, for your patience and for your time and for your kindness. And we will see you tomorrow. Not literally, but, you know, we'll talk to you online. Thanks, and everyone have a good evening.
Later.